why is this different than the organic coconut oil you see at Whole Foods, say for instance? And we're trying to figure out how to get you to experience it, but this is a live animal, that's a dead animal. Because does anybody eat Cheerios or any kind of breakfast cereal, even organic ones? Well, you probably shouldn't, because you may as well be eating cardboard. And I'll tell you the reason why is because it's been under such pressure and heat that it's not a food anymore. So, how many Whole Foods are they? How many things of coconut oil did they order? That's been pressure and heat processed. And so, I'm not a scientist, but you can see how much of the, it would kill it. If they put you under like 1,000 degrees and pressed you till you were a pancake, you'd be dead, right? All the same thing with the little food. And so this, interestingly enough, this brand processes it the traditional way, which is allows it to separate for a day or so by itself, and so there's a slight fermentation, which is excellent for you. Coconut oil is. Does anybody use it in the morning? Have you noticed a difference with doing that?
I know how it feels a lot better immediately afterwards. I haven't been consistent in doing it long enough yet, maybe to actually see any actual difference, but I really like it. I like the whole process of it. It's hard at first, though, that mouthful of. But once you get past that.
Well, I just mean like eat it.
Oh, I eat it all the time. Yeah.
So putting a tablespoon in your coffee or tea in the morning is a really great way to. Then your body kind of adjusts to it and then misses it if you don't do it. Like, oh, my coffee doesn't taste right. And good fats are so important. And, of course, that's gotten bad press over the last, 20 years or something, which is why everyone is so sick. So this is, especially if you're not into animal fats, this is really the only way to get this and avocados that I know of to get a really good source of vegetable fat in your diet. But oil pulling is one use for coconut oil. And it's a technique that's been used in India for thousands of years. So what it does is really, you take a tablespoon of it and swish it around in your mouth for about 10, 15, 20 minutes, and then spit it out. Not down your drain, because it'll clog the works up. And so I was going to kind of treat you guys to doing it if anyone wants to, but it is a little gross when you're done swishing around. Not that it, looks gross or anything, but it is amazing how it cleans out all the bacteria under your gums and even up further into the roots of the teeth. It draws all that down. Plus, I think it's good getting all the exercise done. And this is a little cheaper. These are the same price, and this is the more purified and made with a little bit more care. Than this is a little. You can see there's a little grainier, but so this one is more. I think this is what I use in the coffee. That's what I cook with usually. But let's do this one too. Let's see if I have a spoon here or something. And of course, there won't be any talking in a minute in the room, but. I'll let you guys figure out how to get it out of the cup. Do you need a spoon?
I think.
Okay.
Thanks.
Here, take a spoon.
Thank you. So do we put all of it in our
Yep.
mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
And there'll be a moment of like, oh my God, yuck, and then it'll feel delicious.
Okay.
So.
Thank you. You want one?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Heard of Weston Price. And he noticed people coming in for dental care. He was a dentist, and how bad their teeth were, but some people's weren't. So anyway, he got the idea in his head to travel around the world and study cultures that had good dental health. Well, it turns out if they had good teeth, they also lived long and didn't have disease, is what he discovered. And he noticed that even in some cultures, people would have like slime growing on their teeth, but they wouldn't have any cavities. So in our culture, we're taught that it's about the acids, sugars eating your teeth away. Well, it might be true from sugars, but traditionally the food is not what messes with your teeth, it's the nutrition. The teeth don't have the right things in them to keep them strong when the diet is degraded. And one of his main things was raw protein. Every culture that had good teeth had some kind of raw protein, raw milk. A lot of cultures have raw beef and chili and lime in it. And so now there's still a whole society or a Western Price Association that's worldwide that is reintroducing what he had discovered about. And it's a lot of meat stuff, so if you're vegetarian, but you still owe it to yourself to kind of see what he says about that. Bone broths is one of the incredible healing things, and actually bone broths and coconut oil are the only thing that gets the lining in your gut correct, so that you can have all the good cultures of bacteria.
Coconut oil and what else?
Bone broth.
Oh.
So you just boil up animal bones for days on end, and then there you go. Okay, well, I'd say if you're ready to spit it out, go for it, but but it feels good.
It did.
Yeah. So it's really good for
It just made it hard not to swallow it, you know?
yeah, right. I keep thinking, oh, I'm gonna swallow this anyway.
Yeah, that's why I went
Yeah.
this way and went, no, you're not supposed to go down there, you're supposed to go down here. Go forward,
But if you do it a
please.
few times, you
Then
get
you
used
get used
to
to it, yeah.
that, so. But it really draws the bacteria from way up inside, because when you have root canals and all that, teeth pulled and they don't do it correctly, then you have like low-grade infections out there in the roots of the teeth. And, yeah, I always had really big dental problems, and it's really made a difference with that. So,
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I got to say about oil pulling, but it's a really
interesting.
good resource or tool to use.